Hey guys, I'm Joel. Welcome back to a new video. If you didn't watch my last one, I would suggest you go back and watch it because I kind of messed up. The threads in my turbo manifold were very cross-threaded, so I tried to fix it and I made it worse. So today I'm gonna just try and get into that, fix it so that I can drive the E30 again because I still haven't gone full throttle in it and I really want to. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this drain off so that I can start drilling these holes a little bit bigger. I also got longer hardware because the bolts that I had were kind of a little bit short, so just 5 mil longer should do the trick. I'm gonna use this 1/2 inch drill bit. It's just a little bit bigger than the hole that's already on there, but hopefully it's enough. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the back housing off of the turbo just so I can drill these holes out more comfortably and get it in and out of the car easier. Using a brake nut flare tool is so good for this. Ugh. Good to know. Let's get right into it. All right, let's see if that fits. It's just a little bit bigger, but let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, there's no way that this is gonna fit, but we'll see. Holy shit.
Fits?
It actually kind of fits. Hold on. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Hold on. Ooh, that's why I cross-threaded it. The bolts that I was using are Home Depot bolts, and once you get these heat cycled a whole bunch, they have like really crusty threads, and it's really easy to cross-thread it because the threads are just so fried. So that's why I use studs instead of bolts, because the heat cycles really beat them down. Ah, there we go. Now it doesn't fit. But barely, hold on. Barely! Oh my god, it fits! Wait. But now the thing that I'm actually scared about is the bolt gonna thread on with the back housing. Since the stud has that angle, is it gonna hit on the actual back housing when I put the nut on? Which is crazy. Yeah, look, the nut does not fit. That's exactly what I knew was gonna happen. I can't use a stud on the bottom right here. Let me try with the bolt though. Let's see. Maybe if I get a bolt with a smaller head, because this is a 17 mil right now, and it's like only the corner is grabbing onto the turbo housing. While I was getting my hair cut, I was there, and I thought I need to at least try ovaling out all 4 holes on the turbo back housing to see if I can get a nut on after, because I think it's gonna allow it that little bit of wiggle room that it needs. Now that the holes are all a little bit bigger. Oh wow, it fits way easier now. But am I gonna be able to get this nut on is the big question. That flange nut does not fit. Now I gotta try and get the bolt on. Oh, it's bolting in. It's threading in. Is it gonna get caught on the way down? Fuck, it does, of course it does. It's just a little nub of the bolt. That's what's so annoying. It's like just barely touching the back housing because of that crooked angle. These flanged bolts are gonna be my last attempt at using that insert that's in there. And if it doesn't work, then I bought them a little long and I'm just gonna use a nut and bolt. Before I use a nut and bolt and I commit to that, I wanna make sure that I at least try every other option because it's still nice to have threads in the manifold. It's very annoying having to nut and bolt it, but I messed up, so I'm gonna have to deal with the annoyance. I'm over it. I'm just gonna use a through bolt and a nut. I just wanna get this car done. I'm gonna remove the insert with this easy out. I'm just gonna hammer it in there and unscrew it. And whoever it was that said I can just use a 12 mil 12 point to work a tap, thank you very much. This is so much better than using an adjustable wrench on this. I don't know why I never thought of this before. Here goes nothing. Easy out on the threads. I hope this works. Oops, that's not good. Hitting it, misaligning it like that, just takes away all of the strength you just put into it. I think this easy out might be a little too big, but it's the only size that I have. Oh yeah, that's just destroying it. That red Loctite now is coming back to fucking bite me because I put a lot on there. Damn! I think I might have to heat this up a little bit to get it out, honestly. Actually, I'm gonna do that before putting any twist on it. I'm gonna heat it up and make sure that that red Loctite disintegrates a little bit at least. I'm gonna just do this real quick. I don't wanna put too much heat into it. This is just all around a pretty nerve-wracking thing to do. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm not doing that. Hopefully this works. Oh my God!
Yeah.
It's so tight.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes!
Be careful, gotta keep it straight.
It just broke. What the fuck just broke? Qualifying in Brazil is live right now. Damn! Whoever suggested the 12 mil, 12 point, you're a legend. Because I don't think this would have came out if I was using an adjustable. That took a lot of torque. Yes! Let's go! Alright, now the moment of truth. Will the bolt go through without me having to drill this out? It will! I'm tweaking for no reason, yo. No, we're good. Since that is now the solution, I'm just gonna get the turbo put back together and get this all fully bolted back. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this situation. To me, I feel like this is really bad. That this metal shield is just sitting this close, even on the manifold. Like this is just making the heat transfer so much more prevalent now. So it looks really good, but I don't know, I might have to cut it or something. But the whole point of it was to have it come down so that it stays away from the manifold, but it's doing the opposite effect. I might honestly cut at this line right here until here just to get that piece away from there, because that's kind of crazy. Just trying to match it as close as I can to my old turbo, because this was also rubbing up on that metal shield too, right here. So I want to get that a little bit away from that. It actually is very nice to spin the turbo around to better get these bolts in. So now with this 40 mil hex head bolt, let's go. It goes right through. And right there you can see the threads are sticking past the manifold, so this is gonna work perfectly. I'm just gonna put a nut on there and tighten it all up. I gotta clock this turbo, make sure that this is fully good, and then just fully get it installed. I have the 15 millimeter socket in there, and I'm clocking the turbo so that this is as straight up and down as possible, but it still has to be able to fit the socket in there, or else the turbo won't be able to get bolted down. That is the most vertical that feed port for the turbo can go. It's not very vertical, but that's just the design of the turbo manifold. I'm gonna go ahead and get this drain back on with these longer bolts. I feel a lot better about this holding on tightly now. I'm making sure that these are super tight because I don't want oil to come out from here like it was previously. See, so with the drain now installed, I can't even get a nut onto that stud there. And this is trying to get it more vertical. Gotta turn it some more this way. That way. Now I'm gonna try and get the exhaust on, and let's see how everything fits. Oh man, it's fucking perfect. Let's go, bro.
Line up.
Huh?
I see how you can sweat your
Your
ass.
shoulders get fucking fried.
In the summer too. Oh my god.
Finally, I got the turbos fully tight and I can start the car and never have to worry about this again. It doesn't look too crazy, but I got a zinc bolt right there on the bottom left and the other three, you know, not bad. Should have used the nut and bolt from the beginning because I used a serrated nut. So I didn't even have to hold it from the bottom. I literally just tightened it and the little teeth on the bottom of the flanged nut just grabbed into the manifold. I should have just done this from the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started and let it warm up and see if there's any oil leaks. That's like the biggest thing right now. Hopefully, no more. I need to put the fuel pump fuse back in. Kind of sounded crazy on the first startup. It sounded really loud, but it quieted down a good amount now. I'm just gonna keep a very close eye on this part right here. I don't want to see any leaks from either flame. That looks like something is burning on there. I gotta take that off. I gotta turn it off. Yeah, look at that smoke. That smoke is coming out from here. I think this shield is literally cooking something under it. I gotta pop that off very quickly. Yeah, I repped the downpipe, but this shit is still 195 degrees on the valve cover. That is not good. Look, it says 206 degrees, bro. Look at that. That's crazy. Hold on, I can touch it with my hand. Is the laser just bouncing off the shield and hitting the turbo and reading off of the turbo? So I can actually hold it. Ooh, but down there towards the manifold, it's very hot. I cannot hold it down there. So over here, it's actually very good. It doesn't feel hot, but down here, ooh, it's toasty as fuck. And it's only been running for like not even 2 minutes. Probably like 2 minutes, yeah, actually. Wow, what was burning? So now with it off of the car, 75 degrees, 76. I don't know, maybe that is just the reflection. It's kind of annoying because without that shield, it fits so much better. Like I have so much less clearance issues. The drain is very clear from everything and the downpipe is very clear from the valve cover. I don't know, I might just leave this shit off. There's a tiny bit of rubber that landed on the manifold. I'm not sure what from, but that's where that little bit of smoke was coming from. Let me clean that up. There we go, much better. I got it wiped down. Now the last little thing I have to keep an eye on is how much the flexible drain moves around because I don't want it to get brittle over time if it keeps moving around. So let me know down below how you guys would fix this up because I don't know if that's actually good to just straight up leave that all loose like that. I got the old factory valve cover on. It doesn't look too bad. I do like the stainless, but I don't know. I want to hear what you guys say. It's time to go on a drive though. I want to go 100% throttle. Today's the last day that it's going to be 70 degrees out. And then it's going to be 40 for the rest of the week and probably for the rest of the year. So let's go drive a little bit. I just need to get a whole new exhaust. The exhaust fan just warped a little bit. There's a little bit of smoke coming out of my engine bay. Oh, it's the heat wrap. Oh yeah, I forgot that I did the heat wrap. You saw how that smoke poured in under the hood? I thought something was on fire, but we're good. Red wheels, yeah. shift it fast, this thing's gonna be shooting shots. Guys, the new wheel bearings feels so good. It feels so much smoother, and the car actually has no vibrations anymore. It used to have a really bad shake in the wheel, and I think it was from that wheel bearing. That wheel bearing was fried. I'm just impressed how smooth it feels. It feels so clean and smooth, bro. Like the drive shaft being centered. The drivetrain feels so good. It's the moment of truth. The car has been sitting for like 30 minutes. I'm praying there's no oil leak. It's dry. It's dry. Let's go. I do not see any oil. I gotta get a light in there so I can get a better look. Yeah, it looks so clean. I am so excited. Everything is coming around. I gave it a good hard inspection over everything. There is no leak so far, so I'm gonna continue doing this inspection to make sure that these fittings never start getting wet, because ideally that's how it should be. I should not allow it to continue to leak. Slow leaks are the worst because you just drag them on and you never end up fixing them, but then the car ends up leaking always. I am so excited if this actually stays not leaking like this. I'm gonna put some miles on it. I'm gonna drive it so that I can give you guys an answer once and for all. On another note, oh shit, it's actually kind of bad. That cover that I just put on it is melting away, so maybe that metal cover was doing something. I'm gonna go get the turbo blanket and put it on it. I got a new one of these. I got it off of Amazon, so take that for what it is. What I remember from my old one is that once it heats up, it kind of doesn't really like to be moved around after. I got the blanket on now. I have one of those little springs holding in the blanket down. I didn't want to do this because I have a bigger back housing that I was going to install, but I want to make a video comparing the two back housings, this current one and then the other back housing that I have, because I'm very curious how going a little bit bigger is going to affect my setup. So I want to document it very well and make a good video out of that, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I should be good now. Now that it has this blanket on it and it's on, I'll be able to take the blanket off again and put it on that other back housing. It doesn't really matter. I was just, you know. It's looking like very OG right now. This is how my engine looked when I first finished it. And I always feel like that stainless steel cover elevated the engine bay, but I don't know. I'm kind of rocking with this again. This look is like very sleek. And now he won't pass me because I told him don't do that. I told him don't do that, and now look, he's being a fucking pussy. Why is he not passing me, bro? I almost rear-ended him. And look, he won't fucking pass me. All I said is don't do that. That shit is not cool. And look, he won't even pass me, bro. What is up with this? I'm going fucking 40 miles an hour. What a pussy, bro. I almost just totaled my car into his bumper for no fucking reason. I don't even know what he was doing. Like, what? Look at this. This tells you everything about the situation. How is he not passing me when he brake checked me? I didn't even do anything. Look how much of a fucking pussy! What is going on? He almost just totaled my car and now he's stopping? What the fuck? I don't understand. I was getting on the highway and he slams on the brake on the entrance ramp. I was inches away from his back bumper for no reason. I wasn't even driving with that guy. Him not wanting to pass me goes to show, like, what did I do wrong? I literally just stopped in front of him and I was like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? I literally said, don't do that. That was so uncalled for. I would have understood if I was being an asshole, but literally we were going onto the highway and he just slammed on the brakes and looked at me like this in the mirror. I'm so confused. I was just saying don't do that, and he wouldn't pass me because he knew he was in the wrong. That was way too close for comfort, and I had to pass him on the shoulder and he almost turned into me because I passed him on the shoulder. That's how I got in front of him. What is going on? I can't believe this. Here he is. Good job. Fucking idiot. Let's see what he does. He was behind me, but I just took flight. I don't want him knowing where I'm going. I don't want him having any trace of where my exit is. So he could suck my balls. He was in the designated DUI mobile, the Dodge Ram. Like, normally I can admit when I'm an asshole. That was the first time me seeing him. I got right behind him. He must have not liked how close I got because the car in front of him was going super slow as well. So I'm sure he knows that he fucked up because when I cut him off, I basically stopped on the entrance ramp of the highway. And I was just looking at him saying, why? Why? Why'd you do that? Like, I was just looking at him, stopped, saying why. Like, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even saying anything to him. I didn't flip him off or anything. I was literally just saying why. And he must have realized, he was like, that was kind of unnecessary. Because that's why he wouldn't pass me. I'm just so... My exhaust just smacked on the floor. I decided to treat myself a little and finally get a good 1/2-inch torque wrench. Here it is, the split beam icon. So it only goes one direction, and the thing that's really cool about it is that you don't have to undo the pressure all the way for it to get stored. On normal torque wrenches with the little dial on the bottom, you gotta make sure to unload it so that it remains accurate. But this one, I could just straight up leave it on the setting that it's at. When I want to change it, you just hit it with the, pop it open like that, and you just rotate this dial around. It's so easy to set the amount of torque that you want. And once it's good, you just snap it right back on. It has a lot of resistance. I would not recommend doing this with one hand. I already snapped it on my finger once on the nail, but it sounds really good. This thing goes to 250 foot-pounds, and the reason why I'm mentioning it is I need to go to 210 foot-pounds so I can probably torque down these hub nuts for the wheel bearing because I don't want the wheel to fall off, and I need to preload the suspension first and then tighten the nut while the car's on the floor. So let's get into it. I reused this old nut, and as you can see, there's nothing that's staking the nut to the actual hub. And that's pretty dangerous because if this nut falls off, your whole wheel is gone. And if this wheel comes off, it's gonna literally destroy everything on the car. So it's very important to do this properly. What the fuck, yo? Why is this shit not coming off, yo? What is going on? Why are these so tight now? What the fuck? Is that why it's not working? The socket is broken, bro. That's why it's not coming off?
Hey, yo.
What? This is splitting it. But like, that's not just in the plastic. There's also a crack in the metal. The Amazon lug nut socket. Fully cracked. This thing is totaled. Okay, well. Night and day difference. There we go. Old nut is off. Holy shit, that was loud. New nut. I just wanted to take the wheel off because I don't have a 1/2" impact extension, so I couldn't fit that in there with the wheel on still. But now I need to get the wheel on. Okay, there. Nut is on, but just no torque on it. I gotta make sure I put this at 210 foot-pounds. There we go. She's ready to go. This is my first time using this. Oh shit, it's kind of spinning it. Maybe I should do no extension. Ooh, it fits with no extension. Let's go. I gotta make sure the socket stays straight. Holy shit. She's aggressive. There we go, it's torqued to spec. I just gotta hit it with the hammer right here and screwdriver to stake it in. I don't know how I should hit it. I hope I do it right. I think that's sufficiently staked. I don't want to make it brittle by hitting it too much, so hopefully that's enough to actually hold it into place. Now I'm just going to repeat the same on the other side. Wow, my ears. This shit is so loud. There you go, now you gotta get the wheel on. It's good. Now, since I have this torque wrench, I'm gonna torque all my wheels officially to 90 foot-pounds. I could just run it back, 90. There we go, I can torque the wheels. This thing is so cool. I'm so happy that I treated myself to a little bit of convenience. They're all well over the 90 foot-pounds, so. I guess this impact on the number 2, if you just hold it for literally 1 second, it's more than 90 foot-pounds, so be careful. This is the mid-range gun, not the super high torque one. This thing is sick. So since this to loosen is to the left, I'm gonna try and stake it against the bottom one right here so that it gets caught up now instead of when it's off. Oh yeah, that's definitely held in pretty good. Yeah, that is better on this side. So just hitting it in the middle is a little bit better than what I did on that other side. These caps are discontinued, so I'll be reusing it. Hopefully this fits with the wheel still on. Yeah, I think it's good. Every time I put this cover back on, I always just put a few drops of blue Loctite because I don't want this to fall off and me lose it. Because then this car will look like a hoopty every single time it needs that blue Loctite. You can tell it's getting a little crusty. There we go. Good on this side. All set. Damn! I just went to my toolbox and I saw this sitting over there. There we go, she's good. It's important to have that so that no dust goes into the wheel bearing and makes it wear prematurely. So that is very important that cover is on there. I also got this welding cart. It is so much nicer to have this on there rather than sitting on the floor over here. The little gas tank is on the back and I can just roll it around. This thing weighs so much. It's like 70 pounds, so really nice to have this now. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I feel very good about the front hubs now. I torqued them down with the weight of the car on it, and I'm pretty sure it's preloaded like that, and it's up to spec and everything. So yeah, now I just want to go do some DoorDash, I'm gonna be honest. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow me on Instagram right here at E30Joel to see why I haven't been posting much. I posted over there, the reason. So if you're interested on that, go head over. And yeah, I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for watching.